How do you repair wooden flooring like this without ripping up the whole floor? Well, on this video, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you every step of the process, as well as some real proper complications that come up along the way that nearly make me quit the job and go home, all the way to the finished result. First job, getting the old ones out. Make sure your skill saw is set to the depth of the flooring first, and then we get cutting. Removing the flooring that's damaged is the easy part. Putting it all back together nicely is the difficult bit. And Jesus, on this job, I do come up with some real complications. Keep watching to find out what they are and how I overcome them as well. Yeah, that went well. Blade blunt, but lucky for me, I have a Reviver Blade Pro, which you can see another video where I talk a lot more about that, and I'll put it in the description for you. Watch this. Good as new. I will also put a link in the description for Amazon where you can buy the Reviver Blade Pro as well. Very good bit of kit. That is the easy bit now done. All the old flooring that is damaged is out. Next is the hard bit, trying to get the new pieces back in again and looking good enough that Lucy's seal will actually go through. Wish me luck. It's at this point where I realise it's all gone horribly, horribly wrong. I'll show you why. So, even though this is the same flooring and it comes from the same place, it turns out that this floor is quite old and the people that supply the floor have updated it. And the way it clicks together is not the same anymore. So this is not compatible with this. My God, this is going to be fun. Now I call the customer and give her the bad news and see what we can do. I've now had a chat with the client, and I'm going to try and put it together using glue and whatever other bits and pieces I can get together to hold it in place by cutting off the bits that clip together. So, not sure how well this is going to work. We will see. I'll show you the process, and by the end of the video, we'll know, won't we? My beloved mother used to say, it never rains, but it pours. So it seems the underlay I've been out and purchased is just a little bit too thick as well. It's just a bit too high now. The flooring, this new flooring is just fractionally higher than the old flooring. So I need to go and buy some thinner underlay now. So I'll be back in a bit. Right, thinnest of the thin, naffest of the naff underlay. Let's give this a try and see if it's right, shall we? Look at that, perfect. That looks lovely, that side. Too low, that side. Weirdness. Would really like to leave this job about now, but obviously I can't just leave poor Lucy with a big hole in her floor when she's got buyers expecting it all fixed up. So I'm just going to do the best I can. I'm going to start by, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the I don't know if you can see, but they've got like a little lip on the edge, the front edge of here. So I'm going to cut that off and make this bit flat. And I'm also going to do the same on the new one, but on the underside. This bit, so I'm going to trim this and make this flat along here. At the minute, it's got like it kind of goes in like an arrow shape. So I have to flatten that off as well. And then I'm going to glue the two sections down. Actually, I'm going to trim this down so it's the right width as well, because it's too long as it stands. So I'm going to trim that down. That's it, yeah, just trim this edge off. Get rid of the arrow bit, get rid of the lip on that one, and then glue it together, and hopefully that works well. We will see, won't we? I think it is time for me to go home and forget this floor ever existed. This is in the right place. It needs to go slot underneath, and that needs to go over the top. This, however, needs to be on that side. Why is it this side and not that side? Look, it needs to slot under here. So now we're going to have I was called an overhang, so an overhanging piece and an overhanging piece meeting up with each other, rather than an overhang and an underhang slotting together and being glued together, which was my initial thought. So now I need to remove this, well, like I said, arrow-shaped bit I mentioned earlier. Try and get it off without damaging the top, because the top is still going to be needed. It's a bit too big for a Stanley knife, this one, so the old hammer and chisel comes out. Alright, so this bit we looked at earlier is the bit that slots, that goes over the top of here. And it's about twice as long as it needs to be to go in nicely. So I'm just going to trim that down by about half of its length, just using a jigsaw as nice as I possibly can. Will this actually work? Or am I totally wasting my bloody time here? So this little bad boy is probably the best tool I ever bought for doing flooring. If I can remember where the hell I bought it from, I will put a link in the description and in the comments for you. If it even still exists. I've had it a long time. Oh, look at that, straight in. That's beautiful. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. That's proper gorge. Yeah, very nice. That is two bits of flooring that are not even compatible with each other. And that looks pretty damn good, even if I do say so myself. Old flooring and new flooring of totally different types fitted together very nicely. All I've got to do now is take it back out again and put some glue on it to hold it in place when I actually put it in. Good old-fashioned wood glue. Very nice, very nice. So now, I somehow have to get this piece that will clip onto there easy peasy, because that's the same flooring, clipped onto its matching piece, but also clipped onto a piece that doesn't match at the same time. They're also strangely two different heights for some reason. That's what's going on there. This is going to be fun. So the last board went pretty well, but this one needs to go across two different types of board, which I don't know if this is even possible. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to get cutting, get modifying, modify it as best I can, and we will see how it looks very shortly, won't we? Well, it is now officially modified. Whether it's going to go in or not, we will see, won't we? It's difficult with the two different heights. Kind of weird how that's working. Anyway, let's see what we can do with it. Oh, what do you reckon to that? That's actually not beautiful, but it's not hideous either. I need to pin that down. Let me show you what I mean. Because it's not clipped, you can see bouncing about a bit because there's no clip there and there's no clip here either. I'm gonna have to do something about that. I've got a nice gap there that I can put a wedge in and cover that wedge in glue to hold it all together. So I'm going to do that. It's the perfect little wedge to slide in there. I'm very aware I've got some very expert viewers for this channel, and I would love to know what you guys think of this. I know I'm bodging this up, but is it worth doing, or is it just a waste of time? What do you think? Sometimes you just have to make the best of a bad situation. Look at that, beautiful. Problem solved there, look. What do you think of that one then? Looks all right, doesn't it? And there's the first one. There's both of them together. They're actually starting to go in quite nicely. Two more to go, and then we'll know if it's going to be worthwhile or not, won't we? So the thing with this piece then is, well, first of all, I haven't got a piece long enough, so I'm going to have to do it in two sections anyway. So a small one, two different pieces rather than one piece. So I've still got two more pieces to it. But as you can see, it needs to slot inside that side, but slot under this side at the same time. So how do I get that to slot under there and go in there at the same time? This one, I decided to cut this full underhang off. And I'll show you why in a minute. I feel like that's going to work. Well, it's the best option out of a whole bunch of bad options, but I'll show you what I'm going to do with it shortly. All right, let me show you the plan. That edge is now cut off. Oh, but if it's going to work like I think it's going to. So I'm going to start this side. Not really worried about them seams lining up too closely. Normally when I'm doing a floor I would make sure they're staggered, but geez, I mean, with this floor I just need to get it in. If it's in, it's a success. So I've cut that lip off this side. I'm hoping it's going to bang down and then be able to, so it's got like a slight like a lip sticking out there. I want this to rest on there. If that can happen, then this could be good. Oh, look at that, it does. Right, that's pretty good. It does rest on there, but as you can see, it's a bit bouncy again. It's not great, look, let me show you. It's a bit bouncy, because it's just not clipped together, the same as like we did over there, where we had to put a wedge in to hold it together. There's no option to wedge this bit in. So I'm going to have to think of a different plan to get this in place and staying in place, haven't we? But what? Is the question. I don't even know. I'm going home, I've had enough. So I have a plan. This groove here is what goes here. So I'm going to fill that with sticks-like adhesive. I'm going to totally blather it in it and then put it in so the sticks-like is all over it and holding it in place. And then I'm going to put something heavy on it until it dries. Change of plan, rather than sticking something heavy on it until it dries, I'm going to put a few dabs of this in a few locations to hold it in place while the actual sticks-like proper adhesive sets. Loads of it. Put super glue on the edge of here. Oh, no, you mother humper. Some of this along the edge to hold it in place. Slight change of plan then. That did not work. I'm going to, well, let me show you. I'm going to blather this. I pulled a bit of the underlay out. I'm going to do some nice lumps of this on the floor. So it's going to squish down onto that. And then that will then set and hold it in place. Is the plan. This is a Sticks-like all-weather adhesive. Really good stuff. Sticks really strong once it sets. Just need something to make sure it actually sets before the flooring comes up, which is where this super glue is going to come in. I'm going to use a hell of a lot more of it this time, all the way along this edge. because it didn't stick last time. I don't think I used enough. I just used a little bit, but I should have used a lot. I think I put too much sticks, like in the area that the super glue needed to stick as well. You can't tell me that's empty already. You are having a laugh if that's empty already. No way, man. That can't be empty. What? Loctite super glue? You are a rip-off. Wouldn't recommend ever buying that if anybody's watching this. Barely got anything out of it at all. What an absolute load of crap. Right, hopefully that'll do the job. So this last piece then, I'm going to trim this little lip off, because that's where I'll show you. That's where it needs to meet that bit there. And I'm not going to be able to lever it in or even slide it in, because it has to go under the skirting board as well. I need to get rid of that bit, and I will glue that bit instead of actually clipping it. Not like there's not enough glue on this thing already. So back on the old hammer and chisel. Let's get it cut to length. Same as on the other side, loads of blobs of glue. Now, I would love to have some super glue left, but it seems, despite the fact I've hardly used any super glue at all, it's bloody empty. Never felt so ripped off by a super glue company if this is empty. It is bloody empty and all. Cheeky mothers. I literally did a line about that big. You tell me a line that big, really thin, is a full bottle of that. They've literally ripped me off with this. I've never... Loctite super glue. Don't ever buy Loctite super glue. Rip off. Not happy, can you tell? So in which case we're going to do something different. Actually, this bit needs a load of glue as well, won't it? I'm going to put some wood glue along this edge instead, and then I might have to just weigh it down with something. Oh, can we get this mother humper in? I hope so, because I've just glued it all. Oh, whacker comes into its own again. Good old whacker. Good whacker. And that is actually not too bad. A few more kicks. Close that gap a little bit. I'll tell you what though, that is a lot better than I was anticipating from this job. After I saw the flooring was the wrong flooring. So what do we think? There are some nice looking gaps. Some wobbly bits. It doesn't look perfect, but I think from up here, you would never even notice. And that's the key thing, isn't it? It doesn't have to pass close inspection, just has to look reasonable, and it does. This is another video where I repair that hole using a real wooden knot. An interesting video. It's only about 3 minutes long, so why not give it a little clicky click on that top left-hand corner.